In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect your WooCommerce orders to Google Sheets so it updates Google Sheets instantly after an order is placed. And in that Google Sheet, you can have any data you want related to the order. You can have data crunching in the Google Sheet be automatic, and it's super slick what you can do with this. We're going to use AutoKit to make this happen. I'm going to show you how to do it step by step in this video. Hi, I'm Bjorn from WPLearningLab. Now let's get started. Inside of AutoKit, to create our connection between WooCommerce and Google Sheets, we can actually type it out right here and have AI start it. It's not going to be able to finish it perfectly, but it's going to give us a start, not just a blank canvas to work with. But for this video, we're going to use a blank canvas. We're going to click on Create from Scratch. I'm going to call this WooCom Orders to GSheets and click on Create. I'm going to add my trigger, which is WooCommerce. We set up the WooCommerce connection in a previous video. I'll link to that in the card up above. Just follow the steps in that video. That'll connect WooCommerce for you. We're going to select an event. In this case, it's going to be order created. There's lots of other events to choose from. This is the connection we made previously. Click on continue, fetch data, should order some recent order data. There's one right there. Sweet. If there are no recent orders, just go into your dashboard inside your WordPress site, go to WooCommerce and then orders, then click on add order and just create one. And then it'll be able to fetch that data, and then you'll be able to go forward in this automation. Without this information here, we can't create the next step. Click on save. Now we have our WooCommerce trigger set up right there. Click on this plus to add an action, and we're going to look for Google Sheets. There it is. Click on that. Select event. We are going to add a new row. You can also update rows, create spreadsheets, add sheets, lots of stuff you can do. You can automate large chunks of your business with AutoKit. I'm going to click on add new row so that every order is a new row. We don't have a connection yet, so we're going to click on create new connection. We're going to choose the account that contains the Google Sheet. You'll see here it says Sure Triggers and there's a Sure Trigger logo. AutoKit used to be called Sure Triggers. They must still be working on getting all the branding transitioned over, but AutoKit is the new name, a new version. Sure Triggers is the old one. So click on the Google account that has your Google Sheets. You have to allow it to do all these things, otherwise it won't work properly. So if you're not okay with what it's doing here, you can't do this automation. Click on continue once you've checked those boxes. Google Sheets connected. Sweet. That was easy. That's way easier than connecting Facebook stuff. Click on continue. We have to select a spreadsheet. We haven't made one yet though, so let's make one. To do that, head into Google Drive. You can get there by going to drive.google.com. If you don't have a Google Drive yet, that's okay. You can create one for free. You have certain limits that you can use for space, obviously, but it's pretty generous, especially with the Google Sheet. They're pretty small files, so you can have lots of Google Sheets before you run out of space. Click on New and then Google Sheets. We're going to rename it to WooCom Orders. And before I leave this Google Sheet, we're going to add some row titles or a header row here. First one's going to be called order number. Second one we'll call date, customer name for the third, products ordered for the fourth, total. And these are just examples. You can add as many or as few of these as you want. Now we can go back into AutoKit. We're going to refresh. So it pulls in our latest sheet here, WooCom orders. There it is. Select sheet. We're going to choose sheet 1. The sheet refers to this down here. We can have multiple sheets, as you can see. And we can automate each one separately if you want. We're just going to work on sheet 1. And then it pulls in the column titles for what we added here. We have order number, date, customer name, products ordered, and total, which we see are these guys right here. So if you don't add those in, it's not going to pull anything in. You won't have anywhere to insert data. So for the order number, I'm going to choose or type @ It's going to pull up our WooCommerce. And the order number, let's see. What is the order number? If we go to orders, we see 2460 is that order. So it can be the ID. Let's use that for the order number. For the date, let's type in date. Let's choose this one right here. For customer name, I'm going to choose name or type in name, search for name. Choose first name. For products ordered. As you can see, I'm typing the search because there's so many different fields you could choose from. But there's line items right there. For the total, search for total. There's our total right there. And bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. We've got our data ready to go. Click on continue, then click on test action. And now this data should be inserted into our G sheet. And there it is, right there. Super simple. So let's click on save and let's publish this. Now it's active. And now when we submit a new order, let's use a different name for this one. It's going to be Jim. Jim is ordering. What is Jim going to order? Let's order the yellow macaroons. Click on add. Click on create. Go to our G sheet. And there's Jim. That was pretty quick. Almost instant. This page over here was still refreshing when this data came in. What's going to happen if they order more than one thing? Let's find out. Let's add an order. Let's look up macaroons and let's add the yellow ones. We also want to order the U-pick and pink ones with lavender. Add all those. Jane will be the name. Click on create. Come back over to here. And there's all the ones we ordered. This skipped an order number because I was testing to make sure this actually worked how I thought, and it does. So there's some things you might want to also consider doing. The date format that we have here with the time might not be what you want. So what you can do is add a step in here and then choose formatter. We are working with the date and time, but I'm going to choose text instead. There's probably 10 different ways to do what I'm about to do. So just find the one that works best for you. I'm going to choose split text. I'm going to enter the text here. It's going to be the date from WooCommerce. The separator value is a space. So I should be able to just add a space in here. And the segment index is the one that we want back. So we want the first one. So if we look in our Google Sheet here, the first one will be the date here. Then we have a space. And the second one is going to be the time. So we want to return the first. Click on continue and test action, and we see our date right there. So let's save it. Let's rename this clean date. Go into Google Sheet automation, and for the date, type at. We're going to get the clean date from the formatter. Continue, save, update. And now when I place an order, our date should be just the date, not the time. And there it is, just the date. If we wanted to have the time as well, but also the same way, so it's just the time, not the date included, we can do this exact same step again and just choose second for the index. So we'd have a second format that's the exact same. Only difference is we choose second, and then we choose the appropriate field in Google Sheets. So you can clean all the data that comes in to have it be exactly how you want it with the built-in AutoKit tools like Formatter, which is really useful because just having a mess of data is not super helpful. There's other things you might want to do. And if you wanted to have $signs for the currency columns, I wouldn't do this inside AutoKit, even though you could. I'd rather do that in Google Sheets. If I go to format and then number and then choose US dollar with the decimals, it has dollar amounts. And that's how we can connect your WooCommerce orders to Google Sheets, and it updates almost instantly. Then you can do all kinds of neat data crunching in here. And we chose these columns just basically at random. You could have all the information WooCommerce outputs in this G sheet and use all of it if you wanted to. If you got value from this video, make sure you like and subscribe to let me know. Then check out this playlist up here, which is the playlist of all the AutoKit videos on my channel. So if you want to automate parts of your business, large parts of it in fact, check out that playlist and I'll see you there.